The 2017 Toyota Hilux Tonka Concept. Toyota Australia is commemorating its corporation's 80th anniversary, along with the 70th anniversary of the famed toy truck builder, Tonka, with this one-off concept Hilux pickup styled with outlandish bodywork and ton of off-roading equipment. Fittingly called the Hilux Tonka Concept, this truck is designed as the grown-up version of a kid's favorite toy truck. And it should have no trouble traversing an adult-sized sandbox. The Hilux Tonka features a 6-inch lift thanks to a taller suspension and portal hubs. Toyo Open Country MT tires sized at 35 inches give it all the traction it needs, while custom bumpers add protection and the ability for self-recovery. Hidden behind the front bumper is an electric winch, which frame-mounted tow hooks on each side. Of course, what's a Tonka truck without some awesome black graphics atop a yellow base coat of paint? Toyota didn't leave Tonka fans wanting in that department. And besides the bumpers, the hood and tailgate are also unique, adding to the appeal. Sadly, neither Toyota nor Tonka have any plans to sell copies of this truck. Rather, it will make its rounds at auto shows, expos, and demonstrations around Australia in the coming months. Continue reading to learn more about the Toyota Hilux Tonka Concept. Exterior. It's quite easy to see this Hilux has very little untouched real estate on its exterior. Nearly every body panel has been massaged for a bolder, more engaging design. Up front, the bumper is a large steel unit, built to protect the truck against off-road obstacles. Tow hooks, a winch, and LED lights give it more utility. The bumper is also shaped to improve the truck's approach angle, giving its front tires maximum access for climbing. Thick underbody skid plates protect the engine oil pan and other vital parts. Nearly every body panel has been massaged for a bolder, more engaging design. Up front, the bumper is a large steel unit, built to protect the truck against off-road obstacles. The grille is also unique, getting two nostril-like shapes near the headlights. These shapes are mirrored in the tailgate, as well. The hood features a large scoop and is formed from carbon fiber. Wide fender flares keep rocks and mud from hitting the paint, while massive 35-inch Toyo tires with custom Tonka graphics just like the toys churn up the terrain. The tires are wrapping 17-inch method wheels. Out back, the tailgate has been modified with those nostril-like vents, which Toyota says is for airflow. The tailgate is also made from carbon fiber for decreased weight. More tow hooks and a 2-inch receiver hitch reside under the rear bumper for added utility. Speaking of utility, this Hilux is loaded with it. The bed has a custom tube frame structure that acts as a roll bar, along with a support for the full-size spare. Integrated jerry cans hold extra diesel, along with space for tools and a fire extinguisher. The engine is fed through a high-mounted snorkel, keeping the intake free from water. The hood is vented for better ventilation of head. The roof features a LED light bar surrounded in a custom enclosure. Last but not least, steel rock sliders that double as cab steps protect the rocker panels from off-road dangers. Interior. Note, standard Toyota Hilux interior pictured here. Toyota didn't mention any improvements or changes to the cabin, so we're left with what's likely a stock interior. The truck is based on the range-topping double cab State Route 5 trim level, meaning it comes with either leather-accented cloth seats or full leather seats. Toyota Entune touchscreen infotainment system is also standard at this level, as is the TFT display in the driver's gauge cluster. Under-seat storage is found under the upward folding rear bench, while 8 grab handles make getting in and out a bit easier. Drivetrain. Under the hood lies Toyota's 2.8-liter 4-cylinder turbodiesel. The engine generates 174 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. The longitudinally mounted engine mates to either a 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic transmission. A 2-speed, part-time transfer case sends power to the front wheels when necessary, and is operated by the driver. Under the hood lies Toyota's 2.8-liter 4-cylinder turbodiesel. The engine generates 174 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. The truck uses special hubs called portal hubs to increase the ground clearance. They move the center of the wheels below the center line of the axle, giving more clearance between the lower control arm and the ground. Performance brakes bring the truck to a stop. The suspension has been upgraded with beefier shock absorbers to handle off-road pounding. The Hilux's basic suspension design remains unchanged, however, with an independent from suspension with McPherson struts. A solid axle supports the rear, held in place with leaf springs and opposing mounted shocks. Conclusion: though this truck won't hit showrooms, it does show how far Hilux owners can take their truck with a little, or rather a lot, of money. The outlandish design is typical for Tonka toys and looks surprisingly good on this midsize pickup truck. The concept does a bang-up job of celebrating the anniversaries of both Toyota and Tonka while attracting attention. It's also noteworthy that the Hilux was the best-selling vehicle in Australia for 2016, surpassing sedans and SUVs along the way. There's not doubt the folks down under love their trucks as much as Americans do, if not a bit more. Love it. Awesome design upgrades, portal hubs and suspension lift add 6 inches of ground clearance, custom bumpers and spare tire carrier leave it only a concept. Stock diesel powertrain might be underpowered, would be expensive to replicate.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.